Zoom Q&A.
I love it. Okay, you guys, so you want to just like ask me questions, say hi? Oh, Marshall's talking. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'll get questions. Do you guys know how to use the raise your hand button? I'll mute you as we go. I'm sorry, because if I mute on everyone, there's like 100 people here. It'll be like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here's my thing. I'm recording this. So if you guys are gonna ask me a question, it's gonna go on YouTube. So if you don't mind your face going on YouTube, then it's okay if you ask a question, okay? And it's okay if you ask a question if you want your video off too, that's fine. Does everyone agree that if I talk to you, your face, you're going on YouTube? Okay, cool. Okay, all right, so let's go to Emmy Depoy first, because that's who I see up here first.
So my name is Emma, but that's my nickname.
Emma.
Okay.
Emma.
Hi. So I love acting, and I'm wondering, we're in COVID right now, and I'm wondering if you know about like any online classes that are doing like tips for people who want to start acting once COVID's like finally stopped. Hopefully that's gonna happen soon, and like what I can do to like get me started.
Yeah, so I teach classes online. I don't know if you know that.
Yep.
So that's something that I do. And there's a lot of people that are teaching classes online. So it just depends on like what kind of class are you looking for? Are you looking for just like a class that's like a 101 that just tells you everything you need to know? Is that what you're looking for?
I don't know. I'm not really sure because I haven't really asked anyone before.
Yeah, so what I would suggest is to make yourself what is that word? Get yourself into classes first. See if you like the profession, because you've never taken a class before.
I took one when I was younger, and yeah, and I've been in a couple school plays.
Okay, so then what I would say is make sure you get into a class first, because then that way you can see, do I really like this? And then after that, you'll learn inside the class of like the specific things you need for after COVID. That's what I would recommend before, like, you know, the one-on-one, because one-on-one stuff you can learn on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That stuff's easy to learn.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I love you. Okay, wait, I'm trying to make some co-hosts and it's not letting me. So I don't know why. So you can't make co-hosts. So hopefully y'all are being appropriate. Okay, let's see who I have next on my list. Hang on. Okay, the chat's going so fast. Okay, wait, hang on. I'm like technically inclined sometimes with this, and now all I see is the chat, so I can't. Wait, let me see if I can close the chat out. Close. Okay, I see Nor Scaffrad. Nor.
Oh my god, yeah, it's pronounced Noorschafraad, but hi.
Oh, Nor
I'm
Scaffrad.
Dutch. I'm a huge fan. Oh my god. I'm from the Netherlands, so like the other side of the world.
That's so
Is
cool.
it okay if I film? Because
Yeah,
my
go
heart
ahead.
is beating so fast. Oh
Yes,
my
it's fine.
Okay. Hi.
So how do I say your last name again?
Schafraad.
Scaffrad.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
it's
gosh, I feel like
kind of difficult.
where's the Netherlands close to?
The Netherlands is in Europe.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad. Can you just wait outside for a minute, please? Sure. Thank you. That was my father. But do you know where Germany is, or France?
Yes.
Well, like kind of next to it, and above Germany you have Belgium, and above that, then you have the Netherlands.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
So I just want to
Awesome.
ask, I really like to act, but I'm kind of scared. Do you know? Can you give me some tips or something?
Yes. Yeah. It's normal to feel scared when you're acting. Who else? Just raise your hand on Zoom. Who else feels really scared when they act or have to speak? Yeah, it's normal. So the best thing for you guys to do, because I know you're always like, well, how do I feel less nervous when I'm acting? The trick is to not make yourself wrong for feeling nervous. Does that make sense to everyone? Because the second we start feeling nervous, we say to ourselves, we say, oh, I can't feel nervous. I have to stop. I have to stop feeling nervous. I have to stop, right? And that's what continues to make you nervous. So if you just said to yourself when you're feeling nervous, I'm allowing myself to feel nervous. I'm going to feel nervous because that's normal, and I'm going to feel nervous and it's okay. And that's the best thing that you can do, because then once you acknowledge that you're nervous, it eventually eases up, or you're like, oh, it's fine, I'm feeling nervous. And then it'll eventually ease up. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
So don't try to get rid of the nerves. If you guys try to get rid of your nervousness, it will be worse.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you. I have one question. Can I please get a picture with you?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. All right. Hold up. I don't know. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
I'm shaking so bad.
I love you.
Oh, it's very shaky. Please, one more time. I'm just trying not to shake.
No, you're good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You.
So good
Oh my
talking
God.
to you. All right, let me just tell TikTok land what we're doing, because I'm sure new people are here and they're like, what is she doing? Okay, TikTok world, we were doing a impromptu Zoom. So there's 100 people on Zoom with me, so there's not any more room, but maybe we'll do this again at a different time. Here's Marshall. You guys see Marshall? Okay. All right. Amani Patel. There she is.
Hi, my name is Amani Patel.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
It's great meeting you too.
So I have one question.
Uh-huh.
As a person that you have grown pretty fast, do you have any tips for other people that are growing? Like anything negative benefits or good benefits of it?
Anything negative or good about what kind of growth are you asking about?
So like any type of growths, because I'm growing on TikTok some fast. I have 2 or 3 viral videos. And do you have like any tips for that?
Do you mean about growing on TikTok? Is that what you're asking? Because your bandwidth is a little so growing on TikTok. Okay, yeah. Here's the thing, y'all. For you guys to get real good, and I'm just gonna mute you, Amani, just because I hear myself. For you guys to get better at growing on TikTok, number one, you have to find something that works. And the only way to do that, let's say you're really small, the only way to really be able to find what works is to do the trends. Does that make sense? Do the trends, and then when you find a trend that works, you keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it until it dies. Because the first trend I ever created was the trend behind the door when we're like, you, me, we're face to face and we don't see eye to eye, and I ran away. See, that trend was, that trend was already a trend about singing through the door. And then I accidentally was like, I'm gonna leave my husband to do it by himself. And then that created a trend. So that was the first trend that I ever created. And then once I saw that it worked, I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing it. And I did it like 5 times. And then I had to find the next thing. And now, even the acting challenges, for those of you that are like, why don't you do the acting challenges anymore? Well, because they're not a trend anymore. They're not blowing up as much as they used to. So I do them like once every 2 weeks, once a week. And so I found other thing, I went and I found, the Truth or Dare series. And then that was a big thing. And then it died. You guys have to be okay with allowing things to die and moving on. Because I was really upset when I was like, oh, the acting challenges aren't doing as well anymore. I really want them to keep doing well. But I was like, you know what? The audience doesn't want it anymore. And some people do, but the majority of the algorithm doesn't want it. So I was like, okay, got to kill my baby. So then now the trend is the hit woman trend. And so I was like, okay, now I'm on the hit woman trend and I'm on day 16. And I'll keep going until it dies. And once it dies, I'll find something else. So you guys have to keep doing what works. And if you're doing something that doesn't work, it's not getting new views, cut it out. Don't do that. insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, right? Does that make sense for everyone? Does that answer your question, Amani? Okay, good. All right, great. Okay, great. Let me lower your hand. All right. Emma Zarella. Hope that
I'm
made
just
sense.
like a super big fan. I'm not in acting, but I really love your content. And like, oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm
I love you.
shocked. Okay, so my question is, how did you pursue your career in acting?
How did I pursue it? Like from
Yeah.
the beginning? Like from the beginning?
Yeah.
When I was 9, I saw Harry Potter. And then I was like, oh, I want to be in Harry Potter. And then when I was 15, my mom saw a Getting Cast 101 thing. Like you can just like a teacher was giving a thing. And I was like, do you want to go there? And when I was a kid, I was really religious Jewish. I'm Jewish. So when I was a kid, I was really religious, meaning we don't drive a car on Shabbos, which is on Saturday. We don't do any of that. My mom's like, if you want to go, we have to bike ride 4 miles to get there and then 4 miles back. Do you really want to do this? And I'm like, yes. So we biked 4 miles to meet that woman. And then she became my teacher. She's no longer around, but she was the one that kind of started the spark of like the actual acting. And then I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. And then I went to school for it. I was in plays, and then I went to the New York Conservatory for Dramatic Arts. And then after that, I got agents, and it kind of just went like that. A lot of like, but I've been learning and training since I was 15.
Cool. This is Love from Tennessee. I have to leave to go to Zoom, but I love you so much. You are awesome. I'm literally shaking so bad.
I love you.
Bye.
You're so great. I'm glad you were here. Go to Zoom, go to school, and I'll see you later. All right, cool. Trenton Clark. That's a cool name. It sounds like a superhero.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I wanted to congratulate you first of all on like everything you've been doing with that series, with the acting series.
Thank you.
And did you know anything? Because I'm going to University of Southern California for college for acting and architecture.
That's
so
great.
I was wondering, do you know if they have like really good programs down there? Because it is in Los Angeles and everything.
Yeah, I mean, what school are you going to again?
University of Southern California.
Yeah, USC. It's a great school. Yeah, it's a great school. You know, so I mean, you sound like you're on the right path.
Thank you.
You know, sounds really great to me. I mean, you just keep going that way. Start taking acting classes now, and you know, what I really like is that you're also doing, you're also learning architecture. So that's great too.
Right. Okay.
I think it's always really great to like have something alongside, not one or the other, but alongside acting, because you never know when you're going to break into the business. And during my time of breaking in, I'd have to do jobs I didn't like. Like I'd have to do jobs like serving. I was a waiter, and then I did hostessing, and I hated it. I hated it. And I was like, one day, like I was working at Mangiano's, and it's a good restaurant, and they're really great to work for. And I was working there, and there was some day that this customer had a very hard day or whatever. So she was taking it out on me, and I started crying at the beverage station, just crying. And my friend's like, Eliana, and I'm like, what? Crying. He's like, it's just pasta. And I'm like, it's not just pasta. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I give a lot of props to waiters and waitresses. I always tip really well when I go out. But it's a good thing what Trenton's doing is he's learning something else also. So that as he's doing acting, as he's learning acting, he could do something he actually likes also.
Yeah. So thank you. And I just want to congratulate you again.
Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. I'll talk to you later. Okay, cool. Let's see. Electric clams. That's a cool name. Electric clams. She's freaking out.
My oh my god.
you're so cute.
The name is electrical cams because we were playing Among Us once, and these are the security cameras.
Oh, electric cams. I'm sorry. I thought it said clams. I'm like, an electric clam. That's pretty cool.
I'm not
Where you
actually. Is it okay if I screen record?
Of course. Oh wait, I don't know if I can. Wait, can you allow to? It won't let me. Don't worry, I'm screen recording it. It's gonna go on my.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna. At least I think I'm recording. I am. It's gonna go on my YouTube.
Okay. I'm not actually in acting, but do you know on the videos where you say like I don't want to work out? Do you actually work out?
I actually work out, and I don't want to. And I don't want. I never want to work out. I actually hate working out, but I do it because I want to look a certain way. And my husband's a workout crazy buff. He like works out all the time. He like loves working out, and I'm just like, how do you love to work out? Like that's like the weirdest concept to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Come say hi.
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 Well, what's your name?
Sophia.
Sophia. Well, it's great talking to you. Great meeting you. And I'm glad you're here. So cute. All right. Awesome. Okay, so let's get Kian. Oops, did I asked you to unmute.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. So, do you know Six the Musical?
Do I know what?
Six the Musical.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. So, well, off subject, but so do you know what the difference between? So, I'm obviously when COVID's gone, I'm going to try and cast for a movie. So, do you know what the difference is between like theatre and movies, like the sets?
Yeah.
And
So the difference between theater and that's a really good question. Theater acting and movie acting is theater because you're in a room, right? And the back of the room could be like 100 feet away. Theater's a little more external, meaning if it's like if my line is like you hurt me, I can't just be on film. I have to be really small because otherwise, if you're big on film, you're gonna look like you don't know what you're doing. You're gonna look like you're pushing. So in film, I might be like, what are you doing? Right? I'm just looking at you like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your face? Right? But I can't do that in theater because the back of the room would be like, is she moving her face? So in theater, I gotta be like, what are you doing? Like way bigger. So the difference between that and film is like film will catch you lying. Film will catch you being inauthentic. And theater, it's a lot harder to catch someone being not real. Like film is life, theater is a little bigger than life. Does that make sense? But it all comes from truth. It all comes from feeling the same feelings. Just one is projected a little more, and one comes more from inside. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Awesome. Great. Okay. Luna, did I ask you to unmute? Ask to unmute. Yeah, so you guys, I do have self-tape class. I have self-tape classes where we do that, where I train you to be able to act on camera. Because if you want to be a film actor, you got to be able to do a self-tape well, and you got to be able to look like, you're really in the moment on camera. And I normally train for theater. I'm not theater, sorry. I don't train theater actors. I train film acting, but it's the same. Like it's the same. Luna, I can't hear you. Can everyone hear Luna or no? Can people hear Luna? No, I'm so sorry, Luna. I can't hear you. I love you. We can't hear you. Try to unmute one more time. No? Going once? Going twice? Okay. Let's do this. Allison, I love you, and you're in my classes. Well, okay, I'll let you talk.
No,
Allison,
it's okay. You can let someone else go.
No, it's okay. Why don't you just tell people what you like 1 minute of what you learned in my class?
The one important thing that I learned in Eliana's classes is don't act, just be. Like, just be the character that you are, like, playing. And don't think about, like, acting. Don't be, like, melodramatic and stuff. It's just being you.
Good. I love it. I love that you said don't be melodramatic because that's Allison's thing.
You always give me that advice, so I have to put it.
Yeah, I have a few students I always give that note to. Don't be melodramatic. See, in theater, you could be a little bit melodramatic, but not here. Okay, great. Awesome, Allison. Okay, cool. Let me mute you and lower your hand. Okay, let's see. Lucy Turbin. Did I ask you to unmute? Yeah, for those of you in TikTok world, oops. We're on Zoom and it's already at like 100 participants. So I know we can't get any more people in here. Okay, so Lucy's is not working. So we're gonna skip that. Kenya, this is a cool name. Wiskinieski?
It's
Hey, if you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh, who was that? I hear two people talking.
Lucy.
Okay, cool. So Kenya, don't go off mute. Just sit there, okay? Okay, Lucy,
my
what's
God.
up?
Hi. Oh my God, I'm kind of shaking right now. So I have been to multiple auditions myself, and I get really nervous like every single time I go to an audition. So do you have any kind of
for nerves, and this is what I said a little bit earlier, for nerves is like you have to allow the nerves to be there.
Yeah.
You have to, like one time I was really nervous. I went into an audition room. I was so nervous, and I do something in my classes in the warm-up called the wackadoodle exercise. And the wackadoodle exercise is like you allow yourself for 30 seconds to look like an idiot. You like run around like a crazy person. And I always say, if you don't feel ridiculous, you're not doing it right. And one day, this is how the wackadoodle exercise happened, is because the door is ringing.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So one day I was so nervous, and it was a room full of people auditioning. All I did, 1 second, I was like, I'm so nervous. What should I do to get out of my? So I just started going like around the room, and then everyone was laughing. Everyone was laughing, and then people were just laughing. And then after that, I wasn't nervous anymore because I just did the most embarrassing thing ever. So then I was like, I'm ready, and then I nailed my audition. So it's allowing yourself to have the nervousness. There's nothing
Can
wrong.
I quickly get a picture? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Let's take a picture.
Thank you so much.
Oh shoot! I was talking and I realized I was muted. I was saying like Kenya. I was like, Kenya, are you there? Kenya, are you there? And I was like, nope, I'm muted. Okay.
Hi, first of all, hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. My name's Kenya. My last name's hard to pronounce. I'm from the UK and I'm 19 and I'm a musical theatre student. And I'd say acting would be my strongest out of the three disciplines. I just wanted to ask you sort of how would you stay relevant, because also I'm obviously a full-time student, but on the side I want to attend auditions and do loads of cool things like that and stay in the industry, but I just don't know how to do that.
Okay, so are you asking how to do it during this time, like how to be in the industry, or how to practice on your own? Like what are you asking?
Maybe where to look for auditions.
Okay. All right. So in the UK, I'm pretty sure you have something called Backstage, and I'm not 1,000% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's Backstage. So Backstage is a good place. Facebook groups. Everyone like kind of like runs over Facebook groups, but there are Facebook groups all over the world that does casting. So you could look in like UK Facebook groups for casting. I know like 5 students that got something just because they were in a Facebook group. And then maybe local schools, and I would say is like create your own stuff. Don't wait for somebody to give you guys a job, because if you wait, it could be forever. I got so upset that nobody was, and it wasn't my acting, by the way. You could be the best actor in the room and still not get the job, because there's so many other, it's nothing to do with your acting. Like 9 times or 8 times out of 10 is nothing to do with how you did it. It has to do with other things. How much is on your resume? Do they know you? Do they not know you? There's all of that. So don't wait for other people to give you a job. And that's why I started TikTok. It's because I was like, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not going to wait anymore for someone to give me a job. Does that make sense? Yeah. So create your own stuff. Do make your own short films, because by the time you get, like, how old are you?
19.
So 19, yeah. So by the time you're like ready to like go for an agent, you already have a really good reel because you've made stuff. And when you guys go for agents, you need to have a reel. Sorry, the noise. You need to have a reel, you need to have a resume, and you need to have a headshot, a really good one.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. I'm so sorry. They're doing construction, so. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to Vernon. Hey, Vernon.
Hi, Eliana. Hi, I'm actually from Malaysia here. You're muted?
Wait, where are you from?
I'm from Malaysia.
Malaysia?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because I follow your TikTok like a few months ago. Yeah, and I actually do some duet video. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
All right. Actually, just as one simple question on acting, how do you actually get into the character so fast?
Oh, okay. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
How do you get into the character so fast? I think it's partially because I've done a lot of work on myself. So I've done a lot of emotional work. When I first started acting, I would turn on my music and I would go into my emotions, and sometimes it would take me 20 minutes to feel stuff. 20 minutes with like trying to get to the point of like crying. And that I would do that every day until I got better and better and better. And now it only takes me a couple of seconds to start feeling things. So, but here's the other thing is that you need to do a lot of emotional prep work when you're working on like right now. I'm in a class with Bernard Hiller, who's a world renowned teacher and life coach. He's taught many famous people, and I'm working on a character from the movie. Oh my God, what is it called? It's called what is it called? Girl Interrupted. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that, but Girl Interrupted they're in like a psychological ward because she's sociopath. So I did a lot of character work, character development before I even act. And then when I act, then it's like, okay, now I got to find it. And then yesterday I worked with another coach on it. And then with him, he's like, okay, we got to find the beats. We got to find the rhythm of the scene. And then you start crafting it. And then it becomes like this artwork. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's really that you really got to do a lot of your prep work, which is a lot of questions before you even act. If that makes any sense.
I see. Because I always like curious about how do people do the cry scene like so fast they will get into the character.
Oh yeah.
Itself.
It's just because and there's a lot of belief. You guys have to pretend when you're acting, you have to pretend you're 8. The other day I had an 8-year-old in my class, and she's like, she didn't do the self-tape correct because her dad didn't read it properly. But she's like, okay, she's like, I only have a few minutes to do this self-tape. So she actually made this whole thing up and recorded herself, and she improv'd it, and she was so great. Because she was 8 and she believed, and she's like, I was in the TV and then I went flying out of the TV, and she was like really believing it. And it was just so great. I was like, that was the best self-tape we had all night. So you guys got to imagine you're 8, and what do 8-year-olds do? They believe everything. They're like, oh, let's go on a magical pony ride. They believe it. So you guys have to be able to
Hmm.
believe what you're doing, and that's what will get you into the character so fast. Does that make sense?
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Eliana. You're awesome. All right. All right. I think I should mute this up.
I muted myself. Thank you. We only have 7 minutes left because I don't have free Zoom. So I'll take like one more question or two. So we'll go into like a quick round. I know I can't get to everyone. I'm so sorry, but we'll try to do as much as we can. Okay, Ella, did I ask you to unmute?
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to say, can everyone follow my TikTok?
What's your TikTok?
So it's Cloudy.
How do you spell it?
CLO.
Huh? Okay, CLO.
U.
CLOU. Okay.
D.
E.
D.
O D. So CLOUD. Okay.
Y.
Y.
XX.
XX.
N.
N.
O.
O.
T.
T.
E.
E.
S.
S.
XX.
XX. That's a long username. So everyone that wants to go follow Ella, go follow Ella. All right. Glad you're here. You're welcome. All right. Awesome. One more question, Clarissa. Theo? Is it? I can't see your full name.
Hi. My name is Clarissa.
Clarissa.
Yeah, I'm from Indonesia.
Wow.
And I'm in university right now. I'm taking classical vocals, and I'm really want to pursue my career in musical theater.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm just curious how to practice acting like in this situation right now.
Okay, that's a good question. Yeah, very good question. You guys, to practice acting in this situation, either one, you can get into Zoom classes. And if you can't afford Zoom classes, find scripts you really like. There's a place called Script Slug or IMSDB, and you find scripts you like, and then you print the scripts, and then you read it, and then you read it, and then you read it again, and then you ask yourself questions about the character, and then get a friend and film it together, and then teach yourself editing, and then edit it together. So you could always be doing stuff without other people, like doing the crying on cue exercises every day. You know, like you could always train yourself, even if you can't afford class. Don't let that be a reason for you not to be training. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so great. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I know we only have 4 minutes, so I'm gonna take this time to say bye. I wish I could have gotten to everyone. I know we can't get to everyone, right? But I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. If you want to do my classes, I have a class open right now at Bernard Hiller, I was just speaking to you guys about, world-renowned coach. He's coming to speak to my class on Sunday. And I still got auditor spots left. And an auditor spot, you still get to act. You get to act, you get to be in breakout rooms, you get to learn, you get to do exercises. And then we'll work with 4 people have feedback tickets. They'll work with me. And then Bernard Hiller is coming to that class in the last hour. He'll be talking. And he's worked with some really big people. So if you guys have a chance, do that. Haley's putting it in the chat. ElianaGhen.com, and it's under the tab acting classes. You'll see it. So if you guys come to my acting classes, I'll see you more there. We'll chat more. I've got big classes. I've got small classes. And I do private classes too. You can find that on my website also. You guys, this was so great. Everyone wins. Okay, I'm gonna go off mute, and we'll all go off mute, and then we'll all be like bye, and then we'll all leave. So hold on, ask all to unmute.
Bye.
Really inspiring me. Eliana Ghen.